I'm Paul Bennett of Downeast Thunder Creations, and this is my little budette, Gidget McMidget. Well, and this is a rawhide bone, which is almost as big as Gidget. What do the two have to do with each other? Absolutely nothing. This rawhide bone is going to be used to make a rawhide mallet. Now, Roy, a blacksmith at Christ Centered Ironworks on YouTube, loves his rawhide mallet, and these are usually much smaller and used for jewelry making, and they run about $20 or so. But his is much larger, and he likes it for doing some fine work, finish work, so he doesn't mar the metal. And it's also, if you're doing some sheet metal forging and you don't want to damage the metal and put defects in it, works out great. And they do get beat up over time. And Roy's got beat up a few times, and he's rebuilt it on numerous occasions. I thought it was a great idea, thought I'd like to have one. So I looked around. They're few and far between, the much larger ones. And what I did find, they started around $60 and go from there. So I decided to make my own. I needed a piece of rawhide to do it, so I found this big rawhide bone at a local pet shop, which was around $7 or $8, and then later I found these at Walmart for about half the price. But local pet store got some business, and I'm going to try to make one of these, and if it works out okay, maybe I'll send Roy an email, because when his gets beat up, he's rebuilt it a couple of times, he might want to make a new one. Stay tuned. This is called Super Bone. Let's see what we have here. Oh yeah. And it says made in Argentina. And beef cattle, from beef cattle. It's basically cowhide. And it's distributed by a company in Pennsylvania. I've had this soaking in the bucket now for a few days, and it finally became, this rawhide bone finally became loose enough, soft enough, where I was able to untie it, and I found out that it came in 3 different pieces. Okay, I have my rawhide panels here, sitting in hot water in this craft sink, and now I'm going to cut it right down the middle. You see, I'd say the mallet, if I cut it right down the middle, that should be a good size for the mallet. I can roll it up. We'll try to stay in the middle. Might be a little difficult here. It still wants to roll up on me. Just have to check that from time to time. Just eyeballing it. Boy, this is not easy to cut. Tough stuff. And it looks like there's enough material here. I don't have to split this other one. Here's another piece I don't have to split. And this thinner one, I did split that. That'll make the inner core. That means that there's really enough material I could make 2 mallets, I think. So this thinner piece I'm rolling up tight, and that makes that inner core, because the other strips are very thick, and that would leave, you can't get it that tight, it would leave a hole. So I want to roll this up as tight as I can, and that will be the inner core of the mallet. So it shouldn't take me too much. Now this thicker material will wrap around that a whole lot easier, I think. I'll get that Now I can start this. What I'm doing now is I have this thin gauge aluminum, and we'll roll that up on there as tight as I can. This is just aluminum flashing you can get from your local big box home store or local lumber yard. And then I'm going to slide these hose clamps over it. These are, by the way, these are 3.5 inch diameter hose clamps. And when I bought them, I wasn't sure what size I should buy, but I thought these might be too large, and it turns out that they're perfect. I finally finished the mallet, and it didn't come out too bad. For a rawhide mallet I've never made before, and I didn't have the dimensions that Roy had on his from Christ Centered Ironworks, but I just kind of guesstimated watching from the video approximately what his looked like. And this is probably, oh, maybe 2.5 inches diameter roughly. The handle's around finished, the handle part below the mallet is around 10-11 inches or so, and this is about maybe close to 4 inches long from here to here, and it came out pretty well. And I have maybe $4 invested in it. Would have been $2 if I bought the rawhide bone at Walmart, The rest of the materials, this red oak handle I made from scraps I already had in the shop. I already had screws, I already had glue, so I didn't really buy anything else. And I have enough material. The reason I said $4 invested, cost me almost $8 for the bone, 7 something, is because now I have enough material I can build a second one. And so if you're watching this, Roy, I know how much you love your rawhide mallet, and when it wears out you can save your handle, and for a couple of bucks you can make a new head for it out of rawhide and put it on and just keep on going. And for anybody else, I'm not making these to sell. I made this for myself, and I filmed the video just so you can make one for yourselves too if you want. It's easy enough to do. You saw the clip, and so go for it. If you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you would hit the subscribe button and like the video, share it if you will. Leave a comment for me. Let me know what you'd like to see. Thank you very much.